All right. Well, I would like to say good evening. Sorry, we were a little bit late. We had a couple of technical glitches all around. But good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time zone you're in. We'd like to welcome everybody to the XRP Army News channel, community channel, weekly roundup. And tonight we've got two very special guests, Patty and Adam. And what they're going to be speaking about, or Patricia, which would you prefer to be called?
Whatever people call me, Patricia, Patty, C, Patty. So go ahead with Patty. It's easier for you, Scott.
Okay, great. So Patty is here and Adam is here. And the reason that I'm so excited is because they're two of the people in our XRP community who have been taking the most advantage of, and I believe have the most knowledge of, elbow cough, Coil, and are y'all also doing something with cinnamon?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. And so, Grant for the web as well.
Wonderful. So that's why I wanted y'all to be here, because I don't know as much about that as I would like to. And I'm hoping that you guys feel like that not everybody in our community knows as much as you two do. So let's give you two the opportunity to have a platform to be able to educate the rest of us on what's going on with those projects. So I'm going to do very little talking so I won't cough. I'm getting over a head cold. And I'm just going to kind of let you two introduce yourselves and share with everybody about Coil and cinnamon. And I'll monitor the questions and pass them along to you as they come along. But I believe that the first thing to be able to help things get going is if you wanted to each introduce yourselves and tell everybody hello, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to mute myself so my dog doesn't make much noise, and I'll chime in if I need to say anything.
Okay, thank you for the introduction, Scott. So if you don't mind, Adam, I'm going to start. So I'm Patricia, Patty. I'm from Portugal. I think you guys saw my moment in time that Scott published earlier. So if you saw that, you know I'm from Portugal. And I'm writing for Coil. I'm publishing videos on Cinnamon Video as well. And recently, me and Adam both were awarded a grant for the web to develop our own projects. So it's three things that we are doing that are all related with web monetization. In this case, Adam?
Yeah, so I'm Adam, and obviously like a big part of increasing the XRP price and the utility for XRP is to get more people using it. And so Coil and Cinnamon are a big part of that. Web monetization is amazing technology, and that's really where you can you get drip-fed micropayments for people spending time on your content. And then so I'm using that with both Coil and Cinnamon, and I've got my own blog as well that I'm using web monetization on. And then I'm developing an app called gfam.live that also has web monetization, but has the ability to give people tips in XRP. So that's really to try and get people who are used to using something like an Instagram, get them into the XRP ecosystem, get them into blockchain. A few of the people that we're working with have never really heard of blockchain outside of Bitcoin. So obviously XRP being a far superior technology, we're trying to get more people into that ecosystem.
Exactly. So in this situation, let's talk probably a bit more. You talked about GFAM for my project that I was granted for grant for the web. It's my personal website where I'm going to have blogs about web monetization, about cryptocurrencies, but I'm going to diversify to try to attract more people as well. I'm going to do, for example, baking blogs or 3D printing blogs, things that I also like besides cryptocurrency and web monetization. And hopefully more people will be attracted to other topics and then start seeing web monetization here and there. What's this? Bring curiosity to the space mostly. And for us with Coil and with Cinnamon Video, we have something that is really great for the ones that are invested in XRP, because when we publish content on Coil or Cinnamon Video, we receive micropayments that are paid in XRP via Uphold, and it's something that happens almost immediately. You can almost see someone that is reading your content, and the drops of XRP are reaching your Uphold account, and it's super exciting. So if anyone wants to try it, you can create on Coil and on Cinnamon Video for free. And if you want to support other creators, you can have a subscription for Coil that gives you access to Cinnamon as well, and that will only cost you $5 a month. So it's nothing out of this world. I think that anyone can pay $5 a month. So
yeah, and if you have your own website or podcast series or whatever, so you can be, if something like this goes to YouTube, for example, then you can be receiving micropayments while people that have a Coil subscription are spending time on those videos or those podcasts or your website. So, there's a lot of value that can be transferred in these tiny little microtransactions to really any kind of content creator, which is really exciting. Like, we want more people in the XRP ecosystem. We want more people using it. We want more people spending it. We just want people to use it because it's amazing.
Exactly. So for the guys that are right now on chat, guys and girls, do you have any questions about Coil, about Cinnamon Video, about web monetization that you would like to ask me and Adam?
So Cinnamon is pretty user-friendly. It's very similar to YouTube, but without all the crazy amount of ads. So not sure if you've spent a lot of time on YouTube, but you'll get like ads all the time, and you'll also get the people making the videos that have to go to their sponsor, like Squarespace or whatever. And Cinnamon, you just don't need to do any of that because you're getting paid by the subscribers. You don't need to advertise, and you don't have, as a consumer, you don't have your experience ruined and interrupted by ads. So yeah, I think it's pretty user-friendly to use. You don't need to have a Coil subscription to use Cinnamon. You can start to post there now. I think you can log on like with your Twitter account or your Gmail account or whatever. And then there's like a verification process that you go through, and then you can start posting. And you won't receive microtransactions until you set up an Uphold account. The Uphold account gives you the payment pointer. But once you got that, it takes 2 minutes. Once you got that, you can receive XRP, or really, and correct me if I'm wrong, Patty, you can kind of receive any currency, right? Like, it doesn't have to be XRP.
You can connect your Uphold account and create cards in different currencies, and the card that you associate with your Cinnamon, with your payment pointer on Coil, because it's not Cinnamon, you create a payment pointer on Coil. You associate that with Cinnamon. The card that you create, for example, in BTC, you want to receive the micropayments in BTC, so you create a card in BTC, you associate that with Coil, and Cinnamon will pay you for the videos and BTC. And we had here, for example, Stephanie asking if there were criteria to, before you start monetizing, not on Cinnamon Video and not on Coil. As soon as you post something, as long as someone that has a subscription is reading your content, it has to be a paid subscriber. Someone reads your content, someone sees your video, you get micropayments right away. It can happen like 5 minutes after you posted your first video, your first content.
So there was another question about RSS feeds for audio only podcasts, and for that I honestly don't know the answer, but the Cinnamon Video Twitter account is really quite responsive. So for those kind of technical questions, I think they're probably the best people to answer that kind of question. But if you had a website that had your podcast on there, if people spent time on your website listening to your podcast, then you would automatically get those microtransactions every time a Coil subscriber listens to your podcast.
Exactly. And XRP Joe was also asking if we can link content from outside. For example, you can have your content on Twitter and publish on Cinnamon as well. You don't have to do it exclusively on Cinnamon, and you will receive the micropayments from the people that are watching on Cinnamon. but now a Cinnamon video has a new feature that allows you to publish there and share to other platforms. So you can just publish once on Cinnamon video and then share it on your YouTube channel. You can do that right now. It's a new feature, and it's super exciting.
And you can hook up your YouTube channel or your Twitch channel to automatically have the payment pointer go to them. So, like Patty has a video on YouTube, and if you watch that, then she gets microtransactions for that. If she had the same video on Cinnamon or YouTube, it wouldn't matter. I could watch it on either, and she would still get those microtransactions.
Exactly. So let me
So
see.
you don't need to open a website on Coil. You can have your own separate website. And basically what you do is you put one line of code that basically points out your payment pointer, which you would set up on Uphold. So you actually don't need to interact with Coil at all if you don't want to. You can set up your own website with the payment pointer that you get from Uphold, but then as a Coil subscriber spends time on your website, then you would get those microtransactions. So it's pretty simple. Sure.
I wanted to jump in real quick and make sure that we got in here before any technical difficulties takes me out of here. I'd like everyone to wish Stephanie Starr happy birthday. Let's give her a big shout out for her birthday. Stephanie, we all love you very much. You're one of the favorite people that I've met, along with XRP Joe and Crypto Ice. Want to give both of them a big shout out. And so again, I wanted to make sure that we gave you an XRP Army News virtual hug on your birthday. I love you, Stephanie, and I'm glad you're here. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Stephanie.
Happy birthday, Stephanie. Yeah, so exciting. So Joe is asking, as content providers, what do we think about affiliate sponsors? Well, I think that to be as fair as possible, for example, for products and things that I talk about, for example, I have some reviews from products that I bought on my Cinnamon channel. I buy the stuff, I do some reviews, some quick unboxings, but none of them are sponsored, and I prefer to do it like this for transparency, because when I see something that is sponsored, I never know if the person is telling me that item is great because the person really thinks the item is great or because there's money involved. So I prefer to keep things separate. The things that I buy, I review, I say they are great, they suck, but at least it's honest.
So on the Coil website, I think they're a little bit wary about affiliate links. They're not super excited by it. But like I've got my own website that I post some of my content to as well. So I post some to Coil and some to my own website. And on my own website, I do have affiliate links, and that there's no issue there because the like I receive microtransactions when people spend time on my website, but I also might make something if people use my affiliate links. So I think that's completely fine. But if you are posting on Coil, like on their website as a post filled with affiliate links, they might not like that.
True. And Channing, you were asking about the link from the Coil account. Actually, there's a header that you have to put on your site. It's a Coil header that will allow you to monetize your website. And in this situation, people that go there that have a Coil account, you will receive payments when your website is web monetized. You don't need to put anything other than that header on the source code of your website. Or you can share your links on Coil from your website, share them on Coil for more visibility and possibly to attract more people with the Coil subscription so that you can receive a bit more micropayments.
Yeah, so D-Rich has asked if they can get a slide for all the linking of the different accounts and whatnot, which like is fair enough. Like it is fairly confusing. So yeah, Pat, if you're open to creating a post on Coil about that, then maybe Scott can tweet that out to everyone.
Okay. I will try.
Your mission, Patty.
Okay. I will try to do it during the weekend to explain you guys how to create a Coil account, how to monetize your website and all of that, like a quick step guide. And I will post that late in the weekend or on Monday. We have a deal.
Yeah, I mean, like once you know what to do, it's actually pretty quick. When I set up my own website, like we're talking like 30 seconds. Like you do need to have an Uphold account. I think that's kind of the crucial part of the whole thing. But yeah, it's super, super quick, especially if you use like something like WordPress. There's, a plugin for that. Or if you're like, deep into HTML, then you just put that one line of code in the header, in the head tags. So yeah, it's not too hard.
And I'm sure it will be easy with a step by step, because this is the situation. Sometimes we get scared because we hear a lot of information at the same time. But then when we see, okay, I did this, it's a few seconds. I did the other thing, it's a few seconds. And in the end, it's so easy to set up everything that you wasted like a couple of minutes. Yeah.
So Patty, do you want to explain your project on the Grant for the Web?
Yeah. So I was granted a Spark level grant. Grant for the Web had several levels of grants, 3 in this situation. So Adam, help me out here. We had Spark that was until 15K.
Yep.
Then
from 5
we
to 15,
had,
I think.
Yeah, and the next one
level, which was 15 to 50, and then flagship, which was $50,000 to $100,000 worth of project.
Exactly, for bigger projects. And this grant for the web is sponsored from Coil. So they have $100 million to distribute in the course of 5 years to donate to projects that are involved with web monetization. So if this is something that interests you guys, also keep an eye out for the grant for the web profile, because they will announce on Twitter when there's a new round of proposals open. And so my project won a Spark level grant, and I'm going to have my platform. I'm going to keep producing a bit for Coil. I'm still going to use Cinnamon Video for all my videos, because I will publish on Cinnamon Video and I will link on my website. And it's my voice. It's my own space with a bit. I will have more stuff to move here and there other than Coil, because Coil, it's a platform that you have to follow a template, let's say like this. When you want to publish something, you don't have a lot of choices, for example, the font that you want to use or colors, and my website will give me that possibility. It's going to be web monetized, of course, so everyone that goes to my website with the Coil subscription will be sending real-time micropayments, and the sky's the limit after that, because we really think that micropayments and web monetization is going to be a huge deal. And everyone starting now, don't give up, because we are pioneers and we need to have patience for this.
Yeah, so there was a question about how much people can earn per post. And so it's not really about post, it's about the amount of time that someone spends on a piece of content. So I think, and I don't remember exactly, it is on the Coil website, that it's like 36 cents USD for an hour spent on content. I think so. Which obviously sounds like a really tiny amount. However, that is per subscriber. So if you have a number of subscribers watching your video at once, then obviously that starts to add up. And, like I think comparing that to a YouTube. So on YouTube, you need to have 10,000 views before you can monetize anything. And then on YouTube, people have to click on the ads that are in your video before you, if no one ever clicks on your ads, then you don't make anything. So YouTube, you can obviously make a lot of money, but once you start getting like the 1 million, 2 million type views and have a lot of subscribers, on Cinnamon, you could have 1 subscriber that watches, your stuff for an hour or whatever. And you're making more than you would if that same 1 person watched you on YouTube. So assuming you don't have web monetization, I'm just talking about the YouTube monetization in terms of ads and stuff. So yeah, like I think if you're a huge YouTube creator, then maybe web monetization doesn't seem that exciting to you. But for those of us that don't have those massive followings, like it is really exciting to have like just a few people watch your video and you start to earn from that. So yeah, I think the hidden benefit to that is that you don't need to make your content so clickbaity, because you get paid more for the amount of time that people spend on your content. And so I think that really does push for like really deep dives into content, like really good, well-explained, non-fake news type content that people can spend a bit of time on, and that's where you get more payment. So we're actually secretly hoping that the web monetization model, you know, kind of gets rid of the whole clickbait type websites where they're trying to like get you to click on like, you know, like BuzzFeed or whatever, like you click on one thing and then you've got to click on the next page for the next bit of the story, and then the next page for the third bit of the story. Like that's all to try and get ad revenue and to like have all these ads flashing up at you. So yeah, web monetization could potentially solve a lot of the internet's issues, as well as earn us some cool little XRP.
I'm just checking here my Uphold account, because I'm going to give the guys the example of my latest blog. So it was a blog that I published on October 29th, and I had it was a bit of a longer blog. It had a lot of engagement and a lot of reads, and I got so 2, 3, 4 XRP from that particular blog. I know that this doesn't sound like a lot, but the more people will have subscriptions, the more we will receive. So keep in mind that I have this 4 XRP from one single blog with a small group of people reading. So this is going to grow, of course, and the more people will have a Coil subscription, the more people will pay to read your content, and this is a snowball effect. It's going to get bigger and bigger.
And it's a worldwide technology. So like Patty is obviously in Portugal, I'm in the US at the moment, and it doesn't matter where we are in the world, because we still get the same amount of microtransactions. There's no fees because it's all using XRP. There's no network fees. There's no you know, exchange fees like between like USD and whatever money Portugal uses, and you know, like the euro. But like I've spent a lot of money on like PayPal transferring you know, money from the US to Australia and all that sort of stuff. Like so many fees, so many of their like dodgy exchange rates. And microtransactions don't have to worry about any of that because XRP is the underlying technology. There was a question about whether Trump or Biden would be better for technology. And I think that is anyone's guess. I do know that Trump tweeted out saying that he didn't believe in Bitcoin because it was made out of thin air. I don't know how that translates to other digital currencies. I don't imagine he'd be too keen, because I don't think his fortune would be in that. But I mean, who knows? The good thing is that, you know, blockchain being an international technology, the US doesn't necessarily have to lead the way. Like obviously Portugal has some really good tax benefits for crypto. You know, if Southeast Asia kind of like leads the way in terms of this kind of technology, eventually America will have to follow. America's really interesting in terms of the different blockchain rules in the different states. So like New York State is really strict and almost anti-cryptocurrency. Wyoming is really open to a lot of blockchain technology and blockchain companies. We all know the news that Ripple is considering moving out of Silicon Valley, maybe to another country. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of regulatory stuff that needs to happen. And it is really exciting to be on the bleeding edge, especially for such an international technology.
True. And I'm seeing here on chat that Lorenzo is telling that Portugal is a crypto paradise, and it's because we don't pay crypto taxes, so it's amazing for us here.
Yeah.
I know that you guys have a heavy load of crypto taxes, but not for us private investors in Portugal. So if anyone wants to move here, you know.
Yeah.
And Patty and Adam, I'd like to jump in real quickly for a second. One of the reasons that I put all this together is to help us connect together. And so we, Solomon, who, and I don't know how many of y'all follow his videos, but he's one of my absolute favorite YouTube influencers. And I've had the opportunity to do a moment in time with Solomon. And he's besides being a great video maker, the visuals in his videos are highly superior to a lot of others. And the information is always solid and factual based. And one of the great things about this now is that Patty and Adam have not followed him, I believe, or subscribed to his channel. So now we've gotten the opportunity to make these connections together. So now you guys can follow one of the greatest XRP YouTuber influencers in our space.
I am following Solomon, and I send him a DM.
Yeah, and now he can reach out to you guys with any. Thank you, XRP bags. Now you guys can communicate with him, so you can share and fill in any gaps about Cinnamon and Coil with him, and see if we do more and more and more of that. Then, you know, it's just a great thing that we can do together. So, Solomon's saying that he didn't need a follow; he just had a few more questions. But again, in the future, if we can make connections, the way I look at it, if we can connect all the cool people in our community together, then we can make a huge impact together and basically do about anything that we want. So I'll be quiet again. Thank you, Bags. Glad you're here, XRP Bags. And I'll be quiet again and let their questions come up. One thing I did want to mention, I put a link to Patty's video that was in Portuguese today. And the reason that I decided to begin to make multilingual videos, I think is very obvious. Being in America, you know, I kind of get stuck in my own little world and the what I see when I go out during the day. And I kind of take it for granted that not everybody speaks English. And we have a huge amount of an opportunity to be able to share with other people in other countries. But we need to have videos in the languages that they can understand. Even if people are in America and they're bilingual, American and Spanish, Spanish might be the first language. So they may prefer to get their information actually in Spanish. So we've already put out a couple of videos in Spanish. We've got some more coming next week. We've got another one in French next week. And any of you that are in this audience, or if you know anyone that speaks another language besides English, please have them get in touch with me. We want to make as many multilingual videos as we possibly can. So then we've all got those stories to share with people in their native language. And we haven't had one in German yet. So if anyone knows anybody who speaks German, excuse me, please get them in touch with me so we get a moment in time in German. And the other thing, and I'll be quiet for a second. This is the mid-show plug. The other thing is, Adam, now I've gotten the chance to be able to see and meet you. I would love to be able to get together and do your moment in time. And what it is 10 minutes or less. You share your story on camera by yourself, on camera or off. Just gives you the chance to be able to say who you are and what you're all about and how you found crypto. So everyone in the community can be able to find you and get to know you a little bit better. So I'd love to be able to get that scheduled with you sometime shortly in the future. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mute myself again. You guys check out the, wow, Hindu Punjabi. That's great. Yeah, Otto and Twitter. Yeah, thank you, Solomon. Anybody that speaks another language besides German, let's get as many of those available as possible. And then we've got them to be able to share with people in those languages. Okay, so mid-video plug is now over. I'm going to mute myself and you guys continue.
I saw the comment from Solomon. Solomon, I was already following you. So unless you have the wrong Patty, I send you a DM. I saw that you followed me. I send you a DM. So whenever you have questions, just let me know. Because I was following you, you can DM me. No problem. Yeah. And so Joe was saying that he hates typing, and how we will he blog without typing? Well, create video content for Cinnamon Video XRP, Joe, because basically it's the same thing. You still receive the micro payments from cinema and video. So one thing or the other, what makes you comfortable. Yeah.
There's a little tradition called Wordless Wednesday that a lot of Coil people follow, and that's basically where you post photos. So it might be a trip that you've done or whatever. There tends to be a little bit of a theme, but yeah, you don't have to be typing. And also, if you have your own website, like if you wanted to like create a game or something, then the amount of time that people spend playing the game, you're also getting microtransactions. So you don't have to blog, you don't have to you don't have to write, essentially. There's all sorts of different types of art that you could have people spend time on, and you'd still get microtransactions. Also, Scott, there's Consistent Benny. He is German and knows a lot about XRP, so he might be able to help you as well.
Yeah, exactly. And Channing was also mentioning about forms of art that would be amazing for Coil or cinema and video, because the examples that I have here, like music, film, painting, sculpting, it goes well in either platform.
So there's a creator called Leslie Joy Art, and she does lots of different paintings and stuff, and so she'll create a video of her paintings happening or being created, or she'll do posts on like, here's something that I made. I personally really enjoy like pixel art. So I've done like a few posts on, this is how I created this character and this is how I made it walk and all that sort of stuff. So really, like, I think for Coil and Cinnamon, and then with your own website, you can create anything and get paid for it without having to sell your soul to advertisements.
Absolutely. And there's no limitation. Well, there's a few limitations, but it's the basic of platforms. For example, you can't create a Coil profile for political ads and stuff like that. But I think it's pretty much the norm to avoid people from political parties to go there to campaign. So you won't need to worry about, oh, I can't blog about this, I can't do that, because there's not really a topic that you won't be able to use, and you just read the terms of service, because there's very little things that you can't talk about, and you will have content for sure.
Yeah, in terms of the lengths of videos, it honestly doesn't matter. So there's videos on Cinnamon that are 6 seconds, where people have like, put their TikToks or whatever, and Patty and I are part of a bi-weekly stream called The Plan, and that goes for like an hour and a half. So yeah, the micro payments are the same regardless of, you might have 1,000 videos that are all 6 seconds, or you might have, one video that's 6,000 hours, and it doesn't really matter. You'll still get the same micro payments as long as, the video can fit on the platform. So yeah, I don't think you need to be worried about duration. I don't know what the longest video on the site is, but definitely we've hit well over the hour and a half mark.
Yes, we did with our streams. Yeah, we did. But for example, one situation that I'm seeing here on the chat. Oh, I just lost it. Give me just a sec, guys. Sorry. Yes, about the income and the duration. I have lots of them that are smaller. I receive a bit less, of course, but don't try to make videos long to keep people watching, because if they lose interest, they won't see any more videos from you at all. So keep the videos interesting, no matter if it's 5 minutes or if it's 1 hour. And there's another great thing on Cinnamon that is also a new update on the platform. You can split payments. So Adam was talking about the plan. We are 4 people on the plan. What I do, because I post on my channel, but what I do is I split payments equally between the 4 of us. And as people watch the video and as people stream payments, every one of us is receiving the same amount of XRP instantaneously. I don't need to receive and send to them. They get it right away. And it's amazing how that works. Yeah.
You can set the percentages, can't you? So if someone like made a song for your video, you could put them at like 10% or something. Is that right? Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. So if someone does like some artwork for you or whatever, they can receive a fraction of your payments, and you don't need to do anything, and they don't even need to trust you. It all just works.
Absolutely. Or for example, if you want to donate part of your videos to charity, you can name the charity. I think that you can use Twitter profiles for that, not only Cinnamon profiles, but you put the Twitter profile, and that charity will receive the percentage that you said they will receive from your video. Yeah, it's pretty awesome with payments. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
loving
so
it.
to answer XRP Joe, there is a Cinnamon app that is
Mhm.
for iOS and Android, and it's pretty brand new. So I think it's only 2 weeks or 3 weeks old. So it's still in beta, but yeah, the app is looking really, really cool. There is no Coil app, even though we've been asking for it for well over a year. Apparently it's in the works, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah,
But
I
we
mean,
have the Cinnamon app, so yay.
yeah, exactly. And so like you're able to like the app is pretty cool, but you can use both websites on your browser on your phone. So I'll often be on Coil on my phone, or on Cinnamon the website on my phone, or using the app, because you can upload videos to Cinnamon not using the app, but yes, using the website. So sometimes I'll just use the website on my phone. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Scott, can I ask you something? Can you drop our Twitter links on the chat? Because I have here, for example, one person that is in Portugal as well and is asking if I have a channel or Twitter. If you can drop the Twitters on the
Maybe
chat.
friend buddy.
Yeah. And
Very
another
nice.
person from Portugal, yay.
Right now.
Yeah,
We
it is
are
pretty
small.
exciting.
I get excited because we are pretty small, so yeah.
Right. But I think potential for like your website, for example, to introduce people that are Portuguese or Spanish or French to XRP is huge. And I think in America, like because with my website GFAM, I've been trying to get people on, particularly Americans. And Americans have so much choice. Like the USD is everything, and so people don't really think about how amazing XRP is when you're trying to do international payments. Where I think people, that speak Spanish or Portuguese, have far more respect for how annoying international payments are. So if we can get those type of people involved in the XRP community, I think there's a lot of upside, huge amount of upside.
And one situation, and that's why I want to make content in Portuguese as well. It's because Portuguese, it's not only Portugal, it's Brazil as well. And Brazil is a huge country with a huge population. And to reach them and for them to know about web monetization and about cryptocurrency, about XRP being fast and almost cheap, it's something huge because we have a large community of people from Brazil living in Portugal. And for example, every month they have to send money to their family in Brazil, and they pay taxes. It takes a long time for the money to get there. If they can do it with XRP, it will be so fast and so cheap. So they have to use it. They have to know about this technology because it just makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, how many people in the US, where their families are in Mexico,
exactly,
and spending so much on Western Union or PayPal or I don't know, Venmo is international. But yeah, like so much in fees. Like I don't know the numbers, but like it might be 20% of what they make ends up going in fees and exchange rates. So to get these people using XRP and not pay anything is like could be life-changing.
Yeah. And William, for example, is talking about not if they use MoneyGram, because the MoneyGram had the deal with Ripple.
Right.
But for example, imagine even if MoneyGram is now less expensive than it was before, someone using XRP directly to their families and they have a crypto account or something like that, it would make things so much easier. And imagine, for example, the situation you don't need to cash out your XRP because you can use it to buy things directly. That is even the thing that we want the most, at least for me, to be able to have XRP and spend it in XRP.
You just want to live 100% crypto life, don't you, Patty?
Yeah, exactly. I think we don't have XRP just to wait for high prices. We would like to use it directly.
Yeah. I mean, it's incredible technology. So yeah, I really like the technology. I think it really could be life-changing for a lot of people. Even, and this is a very controversial take, even if the price never rises, there's still so much value in XRP for so many people around the world, especially with web monetization, I think. And so web monetization, the technology, really could get a lot of people into the XRP ecosystem because it's amazing. Like Bitcoin can't do web monetization. That's crazy talk. Ethereum can't do it. It's crazy. Those gas prices, you want to get anything.
Exactly. And I see that XRP Joe said that BTC is testing the 16K, and it's very exciting because we all know that we need the BTC price to go up to be able to see all the outs going up as well. Yeah, that's awesome. So
Yes,
people won't be sleeping today, I guess.
we all hope it goes up and brings us along with them, but my God, they got to get some things fixed.
Right.
All right, so while we take a real quick break, I wanted to share something with all of y'all. I haven't decided when, but as a little thank you for coming and sharing a little bit of time with us this evening, I wanted to be able to share something with all of you that nobody else has seen yet. And I'm thinking I may post it tomorrow afternoon, but real quick, it's only a minute long. But I'm going to share my screen real quick and show y'all something that I got in day before yesterday that, and I don't know, and if any of y'all have heard me at all, then besides the fact that I'm still coughing a little bit, I believe that you all know that I'm a dyed-in-the-wool North Carolina Tar Heel fan. And I have been since I was a little kid listening to Woody Durham call Carolina basketball games on the radio. And this is something from one of my all-time Tar Heel heroes. And I'm really happy to be able to share it with you. It's only going to be 1 minute. So I'm going to shut up and play it. And you guys let me know what you think, if you think it's a good thing or not. All right. So can you see that, everybody?
We can.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tyler Hansbrough. Want to say hello, Scott. Operation cooperation is cool. Shifting to 95% me, 5% we is really cool. Connected and cooperating, the upside is unlimited. I didn't win a national championship by myself. I did not. And teamwork makes the dream work. Cooperation is the way. It's in our DNA. And XRP to the moon. Just want to say also what's up to all the Tar Heel fans out there. Hope everybody has a great day.
Awesome, Scott.
So I hope everyone, that's going to mean a lot more to the USA basketball fans than anybody else. Tyler Hansbrough was the National Player of the Year and won a national championship his senior year at North Carolina. And there's never been, in my experience watching basketball, a more talented person on a team who worked harder besides Michael Jordan. I mean, those two guys had hustle more than anything. And it's one of the things that I try to utilize their work ethic of the example that they gave me. And that's another thing besides the cough that I think people know about me is that I'm a very, very, very persistent person. And so I'm really glad to have Tyler Hansbrough giving XRP a thumbs up and Operation Cooperation, which is just an idea that we can all do more together than we can separately. And if we will lock arms and march together, the upside is limitless. And it really, truly is. We just have to do it. Instead of say it's a great idea, we have to do it. All right. So I will mute myself again to give you guys more chance to read through the chat and see if there's any more questions.
I didn't realize you were so famous, Scott. I didn't realize there was all sorts of sports stars talking you up. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's super nice. And when we think about it, see the reach of XRP already. We think that nobody knows XRP, it's not used, it's not this, it's not that. But hey,
Yeah.
here it is.
The one that I was equally as excited about, Adam, was one from Deepak Chopra. To actually hear someone that I've been watching video, well, meditating while watching, listening to him. That's probably a better way of saying it. But somebody that I have respected and read books of and watched videos from for a long time, to be able to have Deepak Chopra say, hello, Scott, and XRP and Operation Cooperation is good, and cooperation is the way it's in our DNA, was really a very exciting thing to be able to do. And I think the more that we all work together, we can find high profile people that we can talk to and ask. And excuse me, along those lines, I did something kind of silly at the beginning of last month. Really silly, admittedly. I started tweeting out every day, hey, Joe Rogan, we would love to be able to have Sam, come onto your show and you do an interview with him. Well, he's had Bitcoin maxis come on the show and talk about it, but Joe doesn't really know a whole heck of a lot about digital assets. Well, and as a goof, admittedly, I just started tweeting that out every day. Well, and I've gotten a lot of people who've liked it, but I think they kind of looked at it sort of humorously, which is fine. But I want y'all to understand something. If everybody did it every day, they copied that and then they retweeted it. Well, if we started out with 100 and then 500 and then 1,000 and then 5,000, and we've got those numbers in this community. If 5,000 people asked Joe Rogan to interview Sam, I bet you we would get his attention. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to do. I'm 58 years old. By the time I die, one of the things that I'm hoping I can do is to help everyone understand the power of cooperation. If we connect and ask together as a group, there's nobody we can't get to talk to us. And in the process of doing that, guess what? That's news. Never before, and I've been online longer than probably all of y'all because I'm older than you. And I'm telling you right now, I have never seen a social media group or community come together and do a group community ask. I've never seen 5,000 people ask Glenn Beck, let us speak with you. Hey, Joe Rogan, let us speak with you. And I promise you, as soon as I'm sitting here and occasionally coughing, I guarantee you, if we work together as a community, it's one of the things Deepak said, the upside is limitless. We just have to understand. And in the evaluation, and have any of you guys had an evaluation period during this COVID situation? Where you've had to kind of stop and reevaluate your life and how things are going? Well, I mean, how that hasn't happened for everybody during cabin fever, I don't know, because we're sitting there by ourselves with our thoughts. And it's like, am I a good person? Am I getting the most out of life? Am I really happy? What's going on? I mean, so I can promise each one of you that being a part of something instead of apart from something gives you a good feeling. And we can get into the chemical of it if you would like. I know a lot about this stuff, but are you
sure you shouldn't be hanging out with Joe Rogan?
We're hoping we're going to get somebody to be able to talk to him. So dopamine is something that we can generate in our own mind. And I have dedicated myself to being an epic oxytocin generating machine, right? Because when I do good things, right, I feel good, amazingly. So what I'm trying to do and spend my time doing is trying to connect and get everyone in our community to cooperate, because if we move together, I believe we can get more information out to the rest of the planet than any of us can do by ourselves. And so that's my mission and my purpose and what I'm here for. And so now I'm going to mute myself again. And the Adam, the second shameless plug is now over.
You have a question here from William. Have you seen it?
About the Flare utility fork?
Exactly.
To be honest, I don't know much about Flare utility. I've been concentrating very much on building GFAM up. I personally think that smart contracts are where the blockchain is going to go. Like, that is how we're going to build businesses. That's how we're going to remove the middlemen from a lot of situations. But yeah, I actually don't know that much about Flare. So Patty, do you have an opinion on this?
I think it will be great if it's going to bring smart contracts to XRP, because it's going to allow a lot of people that right now want ETH for the smart contract ability to move to XRP. It will allow for more tokens to be created on the XRP network as well with smart contracts, and that could potentially bring a lot of people into XRP because of that, create a token attached to a smart contract. So I think it's great in that situation, but we have to wait and see, because sometimes we think that something is going to be great because the bases are there and it doesn't work for some reason. So it's a wait and see situation about the Flare token. Yeah.
I really want NFTs to make it to the XRP ledger. So NFT, non-fungible token, that's basically where you can sell like artwork on the blockchain. So you're not selling the artwork, you're kind of selling like the ownership of that artwork. And so like they're huge on Ethereum. You can see them on Hive as well. But like so many of those transactions get caught up in all the gas fees and all that sort of stuff, which aren't an issue. Like, it'd be so much quicker to have them on XRP.
Exactly. But
obviously, like, we don't have that smart contract type functionality yet. Although I think with the Sum XUMM app, there's not smart contracts, but there is IOUs and that sort of stuff. So I kind of feel like they're maybe not too far from a smart contract light type functionality. So that's something very much to look out for. Yeah, but I really want NFTs to hit the XRP ledger so badly. If that's possible with Flare, I think that'd be amazing.
XRP Bags is saying so. NFTs will be available with Flare networks. So here you go.
Yeah, that's what we want.
And one thing I would like everyone to cross your fingers or your toes, or do a little prayer, do a little meditation, whatever you do to kind of get that quiet time to ask whatever, to, you know, maybe have something work out. I did have a brief conversation on Twitter last week with someone at the Flare network, and they asked me to get in touch with them tomorrow on Friday, right? So this will be about 10 days. But they asked me to get back in touch with them tomorrow. So I'm going to do that. So hopefully we will be able to get someone on the Flare network to be able to come along and do an interview, or maybe come and do a live stream with us, so we can all ask all these questions with them. So
I mean, hopefully they would know more than me about the Flare network. Hopefully.
I haven't even gotten my ledger set up to be able to set up the Spark token. So don't feel bad, Adam. I'm very intimidated.
I was kind of hoping that Uphold would just like handle it all for me, and now I'm not so sure that's going to be the case. So I'm going to have to figure something out.
I'm painfully non-technical, so I haven't begun yet to be able to tackle getting that done, but I do intend to.
I have a solution for you, Scott. I made a tutorial on my Coil blog that explains step by step on how to set up your ledger to receive Flare, to receive a Spark. So there you go.
Hey,
Patty,
Lady Enigma said she was going to cross her legs for us. So I don't think I've ever heard that.
That's all we ask.
That's the comment of the evening. Thank
you. Awesome. So guys, do you have more questions for us about Cinnamon, about Coil, about web monetization, about grant for the web, things that as grantees we could answer for you? We are not from Coil or Cinnamon or grant for the web, but our personal experience, things that we could help you on.
So Patty, would you be comfortable talking about like what you've earned on Coil and Cinnamon?
Oh
over
yeah,
a period of time?
absolutely. Coil has a boost program that, besides the micro payments, the daily reads, let's say like this, they award you with a monthly boost. But right now, that boost is closed for new people. They might open it or not, we don't know. But when I did my last Coil recap, I received from Coil from the boosts, and then on top of that there's the daily payments. But I received from Coil since September of last year almost $50,000, 15,000, not 50. It would be great. But no, $15,000 that I received from Coil with monthly boosts. And on Cinnamon, I don't have a number, but they also have a boosting program on Cinnamon to reward creators, and they have different levels. You can receive a mini boost of $50. You might receive $300, and then there's a featured creator that will receive $600. I got that 1 or 2 months, I'm not sure, and most of the months I received $300 on the Cinnamon boost. So it's also great because it's paid as well via Uphold, both Coil boosts or Cinnamon boosts, and you get them in XRP or the currency that you want to receive on Uphold. Yeah.
So if so Channing has a question about podcasts on Coil and Cinnamon. So if you like basically created a Coil post and embedded your podcast into that post, if people listen to the podcast while they're just on your page, then you'll get those micro transactions for that. The exact same for Cinnamon as well. If you basically put the podcast as a video, just put like some sort of image on there, the same sort of thing. In terms of the grant program, so Grant for the Web, they have a technical side and a creative side. So for the technical side, they're looking for people to build the infrastructure or build, like APIs or whatever, technical stuff. But on the creative side, there are things like, so there's a band, for example, a band has got a Grant for the Web grant to help them make their music and to basically web monetize the songs that this band plays. So like podcasts can definitely be a part of that creative side. So they've gone through their first ever Grant for the Web application process. So that is basically finishing up now. And then I imagine in 6 months, they'll release another round of applications. So basically, if you can follow Grant for the Web on Twitter, then they'll let you know when the next round of applications are, and then you can apply for the creative side. So good luck with that. I think that could be really cool.
And it's open to everyone. You don't need to be in the States, because clearly I'm from Portugal and I got a grant from Grant for the Web. Everyone is welcome to submit a proposal. Yeah, exactly. And William is asking us if there's problems on Coil. There's a bug going on for a few days with the images. I think it's the problem you are having, William, that sometimes you can't add pictures or images to your blog. So it's probably that situation that is still going on, but they will fix it shortly, hopefully. It's still a better platform, so expect a few bugs here and there. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's been pretty robust. Like I haven't had many issues, but yeah, definitely this week it's been a lot more problematic. But we've raised it, and they're working on it.
Exactly.
All right, so we normally have this live stream go on for about an hour, so we're close to the tipping point. So if anyone has any last questions, and I'd like to thank Patty and Adam both for coming along. Looking forward to getting your moment in time done. And I would also like to pre-invite y'all to come back so we can continue this conversation about Cinnamon and Coil as we all get more information. 2 other things. anyone in the audience, anyone that you would like to see on our live stream next week, DM me and let me know, and then I'll go about trying to invite them and get them to do this. And the other thing is Crypto Ice is working to get his channel to 1,000 subscribers, right? Now, I want to try to share something, okay? A greedy turd makes $10,000, and then he goes out and tells everybody that he knows.
Mm-hmm.
But a leader helps 10 people make $1,000, and he doesn't tell anybody because he doesn't have to. And if we're building our community based on integrity and character, we want to be the second guy, right? And one of the things that all of you can do to help, let Crypto Ice have a subscription on YouTube with you, because he's trying to raise that to 1,000 so he can monetize his channel. And when he does that, he's going to donate the money that he generates to try to combat human trafficking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And who wants to miss out on being a part of helping him do that?
Absolutely.
But remember when I said one of the reasons I'm here, and it's what I want to teach other people to do? I'm one of the happiest people. Y'all have not know that well yet. I am ridiculously happy most of the time. And the reason is because my life is dedicated on seeing what I might be able to do to help other people.
Can we put a link to Crypto Ice's YouTube channel in the comments? Yes.
And Crypto Ice is a good example of that, Adam. Thank you. I'll put that in there right now. He's a great example of that. Here's a golden opportunity. And think about what it takes us to do it. We just go to YouTube, put in Crypto Ice, we subscribe, and we just help someone in our community do something really good. And why would we want to miss out on that? So I'm grabbing the link to that right now, and I'll be quiet again.
So, Scott, I'm just going to do a shameless plug for Crypto Ice. While you wait for the YouTube to be monetized and to have the 1,000 subscribers, that I hope it's going to be pretty fast, use Cinnamon and start getting XRP right away to donate to your cause. And now I'm going to do a shameless plug for myself. If the guys here watching this have a Coil subscription, I have right now on my channel a giveaway that is only for Coil subscribers. I call it my Pay It Forward videos, because every month I give part of my boosts to the XRP community, to the Coil subscribers. So if you have a Coil subscription, just go to my Cinnamon channel, watch my latest Pay It Forward video, because this one is for 200 XRP, and I'm going to do probably one more or two more this month. So go ahead and participate.
When are you drawing that, Patty?
Twitter?
When are you going to draw it?
I'm going to draw on Sunday, on Saturday, so you don't have much time already, but there's no time to participate. And I was saying, I got lost here. I'm sorry, guys. It's already 1 a.m. for me, so it's easy to get sidetracked. But I was saying, participate in the giveaway and subscribe to the channel, because I will be doing this more often, because 30% of my Coil boosts are for charities, part are for one creator that I donate on Coil or Cinnamon, and the rest is for giveaways. So yeah, it's my way of giving back.
Amazing, amazing. So as Lady Enigma knows, I run gfam.live, which is basically the platform that I'm building to get normal people into the XRP community. So people post photos and stories, and then we tip them in XRP. So yeah, check it out if you have some stories to tell, or if you know people that are really keen content creators, send them our way.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks for having us, Scott.
Thank you very much. With that beautiful ending, I can't think of another way better to end. So I won't go on a rant and start coughing. We'll just let Beautiful way of what you said. End us up, wrap us up. And everybody, if you have someone you'd like to see next week on our live stream, reach out to me and let me know who that is. Please, everyone, take a look at how many subscribers Crypto Ice has. And if you've already done it, I know that you have 2 or 3 good XRP buddies. Let them know that we're all trying to work together to get him 1,000 subscribers. And then when it's your turn to need something, if you've worked and cooperated with the other people in the community, then when you ask us to help do something with you, then we'll cooperate and scratch your back as well. And if we build our community like that, I have a vision that we can do more in the next 3 years, getting our information out to the rest of the planet about Ripple and XRP and about us, the special quality of people who are the early adopters that have found their way into this XRP community. We are an awesome group of people. And if we connect and cooperate with each other, I promise you that we can change our world for the better. But we got to be able to do it. We got to move together. We've seen the last 3 years what's happened. Our community has been kind of disjointed. We've got great people, but they're not really connected, like marching together, right? So we want to try to be like a marching band. You know, have y'all seen a marching band that is just awesome the way that they make that sound and march together? And then you see the first day of practice when they're terrible at it. Well, for the last 3 years, honestly, not trying to be critical to anybody, but we've kind of been terrible at it. We got nitpicking going on. Oh, your videos are too hypey, and oh, your videos are too much based on research and boring. I mean, all that kind of stuff. We need to drop that. And 95% of the time, do your own thing, but 5% we do it for the team. And if we can do that, then the 5% is going to outproduce what the 95% can based on the numbers. I mean, if you get 21 people to give 5%, you just outproduced what one human being can do all by themselves. I mean, right? 21 times 5 is 105, right? An individual can't give over 100%. So let's use the power of cooperation. It's why we're here. It's how we were designed. If you look at the cells in your hand, all the cells in your hand are a symphony of cellular cooperation. And if any of these cells in your hand jump out and live outside this environment of the body bag, it's going to die quickly. And the ones who compete inside here, they call it cancer. So we are designed by whatever it is that created us to cooperate with each other. And if we do more of that in the next 3 years, we did the last 3 years, we're going to change the world. We can do that together.
Sure.
Right?
Scott, thank you so much for having me. It was amazing.
Okay. God bless y'all. Take care. You guys let me know who you want on the live stream next week, and I'll get out there and see if I can get it up and get them invited and get them out here. Take care, everyone. God bless you. I love all of you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.